But in the woods of Connecticut, you go, hey, who's the guy with the piano tie and the mullet? When does a clock... All right. I tried to catch some fog. I missed.
Hey. See, again, that's if you don't see it written, you're going to be like,
well, that's when I missed.
I missed.
I used to be a banker, but then I lost interest. Read that was Nick Swartz and diarrhea. Want to give it another shot?
All right, let's do it.
These will be up on the More Stories Facebook page, apparently. Big hit. You can see them.
As Yakov Smirnoff?
Yeah.
This girl said she recognized me from Vegetarian Club, but I'd never met her before. Oh,
God. Soter, that's disgusting.
A guy got arrested for playing the guitar for fingering A minor.
Oh, my God. That's on there?
Yes.
I thought you made that one up.
See, I really hope that he didn't write these and just spent like fucking years culling them off the internet, like his favorite puns and compiling.
Well, they're all like Jackie the Joke Man. Like, we have somebody met Jackie and he gave us like the Jackie Joke box, which you just push and if we're ever in a room and we don't know if it's dead, we just go push that thing.
1-800-666-WINE or whatever it was. That's a weird way to make a living, to go out on stage and tell actual fucking joke book jokes. And knowing that anybody in the audience, if you put him in a room, you just put him in a hotel room for 4 days and said, memorize these, they can go out and do your act, that headline. Like a guy comes home from work. His wife is sliding down the banister naked. He goes, what are you doing? She said, I'm warming up your dinner. Come on. Come on. And then he immediately berates the audience before they have a chance to laugh. Come on. Oh, come on. And waves at them like they're assholes. Like, as they're going to laugh, he cuts them up. Not fast enough. Paul Soter, Small Circles coming out. What's the studio on that?
It's called After Dark Pictures. They kind of a little indie studio.
Yeah?
And then Lionsgate is their partner. It'll be like a Lionsgate DVD.
Seems like Lionsgate is sort of attached to everything ever.
They do a lot.
And you and I met on, it was just a bizarre thing. We did this show that it's called Next Round?
The Next Round. ESPN's
on ESPN.
The Next Round.
They said, do you want, it's Scoop Jackson. Mm-hmm. I don't think Scoop's his real name.
It's his Christian name. Yeah.
His mama named Clay. I'm going to call him Clay too. He hosts a show on like ESPN 3. And I didn't realize when we were doing the show that they only show that show like sort of as bumpers, and the rest of it goes up.
It's like a commercial, really. It's
brought to you by like Jim Beam.
Yeah. So they cut up what we did, and then one of them aired sort of as a commercial during SportsCenter, and the rest of them are on the internet. That's the new way things work now.
Everything goes up on the net.
Commercials and entertainment have become.
But we had fun.
Yeah. I was the last minute call up. I was the
somebody JB Smoove canceled.
Yeah.
And his last name I don't think is Smoove.
Can you imagine if they got married and he was Scoop Smoove?
Scoop. Hey, how do you know it would be JB Jackson? JB Jackson I think played awesome for the 82 Royals. He batted behind UL Washington. Hi, I'm JB Jackson, reminding you not to do drugs at Paul Quinn College. So yeah, we had a good time. We sat around with Scoop Jackson and we talked sports, and we got pretty silly pretty quickly.
I think it's a brilliance of that show is put guys in a bar atmosphere, and even if they're not drinking, I was drinking, but even though not everyone's drinking,
yeah, you and Scoop hit the Jim Beam. Jesus criminy, what's going on out there? Keep it down, you Larry. Who's an animal? Keep it down, you animal. You and Scoop hit the Jim Beam early. It was about 2 PM, and you guys were like, you know what? Fuck it. Like this is too stressful for me.
Well, the thing is this, I'd never done a talk show, really. I did like an ESPN something a couple times. But, we were never, it's like Broken Lizard never got invited on shows. So, that made me nervous.
Really?
Sure. I'm not used to doing sort of
what makes
spontaneous.
ESPN call Paul Soter from Broken Lizard?
Ed, the producer on that series, was one of my best friends. He was the best man at my wedding. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They were all super. I want to go back. They were all super fun.
Yeah. He's a funny guy. And, yeah.
Oh, he didn't get $2,000?
Did he what?
Like I said, it was like $800 they gave you.
$2,000.
Yeah.
No.
Here's the bottom line. It was an absurd amount of money to drive to Staples Center in the middle of the day.
Yeah.
And just talk
And
for
shoot the
half
shit
hour.
for 45 minutes about sports. Yeah.
Usually you go, I'm not going to do it for fucking $2,000. And then you go, okay, this will be fun and easy. We'll talk about the Saints Bounty Gate.
Well, it was one of the rare, it was a weird, I don't think I told you that day, but like 2 days before that, my dog got out and attacked another dog. And I had gotten the vet bill for the dog that my dog attacked, and it was $2,000.
Really?
And I was like, God damn it, $2,000 because my dog bit another dog, and it was like an hour later. Ed calls like, I think we lost JB Smoove. You want to come down to Staples Center, talk to Jay Mohr about sports? I'll give you $2,000. I was like, hey, hello, I need $2,000.
It's nice that your dog's vet bill was more important to you than hanging out with me.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not excited about that
I'm just saying that
anymore,
completely serious. Like, that is an actual guy with actual priorities. Like, I'm on the hook for $2,000 because my dog is fucking Cujo.
Yeah.
What's wrong with your dog that it's attacking everybody?
My dog was dog aggressive.
What do you mean was?
Put him down.
Are you being serious?
Yeah.
I thought this story was going to be way funnier.
Nah. I was trying to think like, do I try to spin this? Do I just try to blow past it?
No, that's a horrible. When I put my dog down, I asked the vet. I said, "Is there anything else you could do?" And he said, I was on the phone. He goes, "We're way past what's right and what's wrong at this point." And like to say to a vet, "I choose death," like you're like Joaquin Phoenix in the fucking Gladiator movie. Like just thumbs down, put him out. It's horrible.
Worst day of my life, easily.
Really?
Yeah.
How long did you have him?
6.5 years.
Why did he die so young? Car accident?
He couldn't stop attacking other dogs.
Oh my God! So you had to put him down because of his aggressiveness.
Yeah.
What kind of dog was it?
He was a pit bull.
That would have been great if he was just like
Shih Tzu.
Spaniel.
Yeah, Shih Tzu. No, I adopted this dog when I was
to carry. It's crazy.
When we were shooting Beer Fest in Albuquerque, I found this dog wandering in an alley, a puppy. I didn't know what it was because it doesn't look like he didn't look like a pit bull because he had more houndy features and didn't have those beady eyes,
and he had pants.
Yeah.
He's a dog alone in an alley.
He was reciting poetry. I was like, okay, this is not
a lot of yeets, and sexton. You're like, wow, this isn't like the other pit bulls I've known.
And for the first year when he was a puppy, he was great. I take him to the dog park, and he was great. And then just something happened. And I have 2 kids. I mean, this is a dog who was like, couldn't be sweeter with me, with my kids, with the family. But any other dog made him go apeshit.
But not until he was like a year old.
Once he got to be a year old. And so...
Did you have his ball? You neuter him?
Yeah, sure. Right away. But it was just one of these things where as my kids have gotten older and run in and out of my front door, it just more and more he kept getting out. It was, I knew this had been, has happened a few times. Terrible that I'm talking about this, but it happened enough now that it just kept happening. And, you see somebody else's dog and you're like, ugh, I can't have my dog responsible for somebody else losing their dog. Yeah. I got his ashes.
This is my Rottweiler's ashes right here.
I looked at a Rottweiler today. I tried to get my wife to...
They're the best. And they're great with kids. The Dutch used them for a century just to babysit.
But I can't have another dog...
I swear to God, that's true.
I can't have another dog that's problematic with other dogs. I can't...
So what are you going to get?
I looked at
Maybe a fruit and get a teacup Yorkie?
No. I still want a big dog. We were at the Humane Society this morning, and there was... kind of a lab mix.
But isn't every dog there it's like a foster home kid? Like he already knows how to work the system a little bit. That's why he's in the shelter. He's not in the shelter because people treated him well.
No, but sometimes they're just strays, or sometimes.
Yeah, but if I'm a stray in the shelter and I'm in a cage and they slide that gloppy, shitty, wet food at me 3 times a day, when I come out, I got an axe to grind. I'll be honest with you. I think you got to go breeder, and you got to get like a golden retriever.
We really want to do the right thing because we just put down this dog and was a stray dog, and I
think you should start a scholarship.
I'm trying to think how to make a living out of this. I don't know how much more entertainment I got left in me. Then maybe there's some kind of job in doing something with dogs. I don't know.
Are you being serious? I love working with dogs.
I'm trying to think of my wife is a therapist, and I think there's got to be some way of dovetailing like therapy with dogs and stray dogs and finding homes for
Why
dogs.
don't you get dogs and bring them to kids that are sick in the hospital? But then it's hard. Then you can't charge people like. You got to be a real Jay Wood.
Yeah. Well, that's like another like
Jay Chandrasekhar would totally charge people to pet his dog in St. Jude's.
Well, we keep getting
Sorry
calls
about your sick kid, but you're overdue.
We keep getting calls to go do kind of gigs at military bases and military hospitals, and it's, I mean, we could do like 365 a year because there's always people who, you know, want to have us because, you know, it's like with cops in the military, they love Supertroopers, and so we're like, but you don't charge, you don't charge to go do the burn unit in San Antonio, but we're always like.
But you should go to the burn unit just for new material.
Yes.
Is there not a pun on here about a burn victim? Really? There's not?
I'm trying to think off the top of my head of what a good Dutch pun would be for.
I didn't like my beard at first, and then it grew on me. This is hard.
These are all like the you have kids like you get popsicles, and the riddles are on the popsicle. You get the punchline on the stick.
At least there, I had a delicious popsicle. I just had the back of a Dutch guy's head, and he held it over his shoulder, like, you know, and it was like implied, like, you know, one writer to another, just looking out for you. Here's some puns. Do you like puns?
Now let me ask you this: since
these are 2/3 of a pun. They're all un. Or PU.
You're using these jokes as part of a podcast that you make money off of, right? So this guy's lawyer, like you can call him like a Dutch lawyer.
Yeah, but he's in Canada too. And I don't think he's a citizen, so I think I got him 5 ways from Friday.
You think you might get extradited to the Netherlands?
I steal everything that comes out of my mouth is stolen from other people anyway. When I do shows, I put on old records and I lip sync.
The old Lenny Bruce albums.
It's hard to memorize that because he's on a lot of speed. The cadence is one. I don't know.
You slow it down. You put the record setting at.
I can't follow the time. There's no real rhythm to it. Yeah. But you put on Carlin, those old, or the Button Down Mind of Bob Newhart. And you just move your mouth, and the crowd just thinks the sound is terrific, and they wonder why my voice has that cool crackle to it. Go see Dark Circles when it comes out
at some point.
Huh?
Yeah, Dark Circles will come at some point, and
no release
I don't know,
date?
start of maybe October, I think. It's going to be indie. It's going to be a small thing.
Let's get fucking Super Troopers. You know what? Let's put Super Troopers 2 on the shelf. Potfest is a built-in audience because there's so many potheads out there. I'd like to hear about it, potheads, is in the opening credits of this damn podcast. Everybody would go see the pot one, and you just change that to Marijuana Festival or the Marijuana Log.
Oh, yeah, I don't think we have to even change it because I think we can call it Podfest. We just can't use those characters. But like I said, I'm not that hung up on that. We can always do different characters.
Why don't you like Tyler Perry and you all have blackface and dress up like women, and you call it pot calling the kettle black fest? That was stupid as shit. This fucking
I was going to say, you didn't
these
get that
puns dumbed me down. It was horrible. Paul Soter, maybe
Thanks
get
for
you back
having
into
me.
the Twitter game. Thanks for doing it.
I'm going to do it, yeah. Dead Man's Tweets, I think, is what it's called.
Yeah, or you just Google search Paul Soter.
Is that what
Twitter? That's what I
Okay.
did. I just Google. People go, I can't find you on Twitter. J Mohr Twitter on Google. It's the information superhighway.
But I'm one of those people.
I can get Bukowski in check. You could probably find anybody you want on Twitter. Of course, Matt Cohen, bagged and boarded at Camel Chode on Twitter.
Thank you, sir.
And keep keeping on, everybody. Stay out there. Keep it gutter. Keep it gangster. Get to the Amazon link on jmohr.com. Super Troopers. But you better pay this man, motherfucker. You delinquent.
This has been a production of Smudcast Internet Radio.